What? What track is this? I've heard this.
Bitch call me Elvis. MOB, she call me selfish.
What album?
Who knows?
So
break the news. It was
He hasn't came in yet. Otherwise, you were here.
this is on. Is this on Yeezus?
It's on Yeezus.
Oh.
Hi, Amy. That track's on Yeezus. Weird Can't Tell Us Nothing. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hopping on and listen to us talk about whatever. We talk about discussions, opinions, topics, whatever's going on in our lives, in the world. We use that to inspire improv scenes right here on the spot. Based out of Houston, Texas, everybody. Here every Tuesday around this time. Around 8:50. 8:50 is the time.
Okay.
If you're watching this at a not now time. Sometimes we're joined by special guests who help us get inspired and are joining the shenanigans. Today we're joined by Antoine Culbreath.
Yeah.
What up? How's it going, everybody?
Great.
Looking at my TV screen, I feel like a all black Voltron and I'm like right in the center.
We are formed.
Yeah, it's just one big ass black cat.
Somebody should do a show like that where they stream it and just improvise a whole Black Voltron episode.
That would be dope.
Just come in. Have the background color like whatever monster you're dealing with.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Nice.
I can just talk about Antoine real quick. I consider Antoine one of the OGs in the improv community
One
here.
of the
OGs.
When I was
Absolutely.
first learning, when I was first figuring out what long form improv was, this guy was already doing it, performing
right.
live shows.
That's right.
Yeah. Confident.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, some people would call me a bully at times, but other times, some people would call me cool.
Now,
Man.
is this on stage that like they were saying your on stage presence was bullying or your moves were bullying?
Oh no, it's just sometimes the way that I come off, it seems funny, but I realize sometimes it also makes me look like a dick. But because I seem so cool, people just let that shit slide. Case in point, when I first met Antoine, I was just like, "It's a WB. Does that stand for white bread?" He was like, "It does not." And I was like, "Well, I'm just going to call you that," and then convinced other people to call him that. And I feel bad about it now.
I'm so glad we had this nap.
I just want to say I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There was no reason for that. There can only be one Antoine. And
Yes.
then, and it was me.
Antoine
How many
competitions.
years?
Yeah, for the longest time, I was the second Antoine, and then I was just around so much. At some point, people started calling him the other Antoine, and he was like,
I didn't like that.
He didn't like that.
Remember when
Antoine, he was the other
I didn't
Antoine.
like that.
when the power shifted? That's
Yeah,
right.
it's like I was here first. I was here first.
It was.
You will remember me.
Let the record show.
Yeah. The other Antoine.
He was always one of my favorite improvisers.
Always.
So,
Dude inspired me, man. I just signed up. Like, I just want to do something funny. I wanted whatever. I didn't care what it was. I mean, I did care, but but the first show I went to and I saw him, I was like, if these people can teach me how to do that, yeah, I'm signing up with them.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
what
mean, and they didn't do it, but you figured it out.
They did. No, listen. No,
I would say this though. My first scene I saw you, Antoine, was in a lotteria that was going horribly, and your character, where you guys were customer service agents, and it was a weird scene. But whatever I remember the moves you did. I mean, you might have said 3 lines, but it was the commitment to the absurdity of the scene.
Yes.
that just made the whole thing just make a whole lot of sense. And I remember going, "Oh my goodness," you know, that was dope, right? And I was hooked ever since. And all I really needed was to see at least one black person
That was it.
confident in it. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Exactly. I think that was the key, right? Just see one black person do it well. And what got me with the performance I saw was he was a double Dutch jump rope coach. But he picked the character of Show Nuff from The Last Dragon. And so, you know, the reference to Show Nuff was like, pow, this dude is doing, he's pulling something from The Last Dragon. It's funny and it fits in this scene. That was amazing to me. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know if everybody could do that, but seeing a black man do that meant something to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah. Hilarious. Show
Enough is not and he's a legendary character that not everybody can pull off. You know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Show enough. Yeah.
Shout out to Kelly in the chat who asked,
yes,
Antoine can bend to avoid the touch of the devil, which is a reference to one of our live show scenes. You could see out there, Kelly.
That's what I'm talking about, Kelly.
And shout out to Chicken Joe Clark as well. Yeah.
Oh.
No, Joe is he's in that message. I'm just
okay.
telling him thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I was gonna say, what was it like in the early days, like when you were figuring it out? Like, who were your inspirations, your references? How did you get as good as you were when we first saw you?
I mean, well, I got extremely lucky right at the beginning. I didn't know I was ever going to do improv. I didn't even know what improv was at first. I went to an audition for like 30 different playhouses, and the only people that called me back was this improv troupe. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is that? And they were like, have you ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyway? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, would you ever want to do something like that? And I was like, I don't know. And it's like, well, it's not exactly that, but it's different. So they invited me out to a show, and I saw long form improv for the first time. And why I say I got lucky is because the person who ended up teaching me improv, this is Julia Morales, who is a huge figure in the improv community. Went up to New York and started the 10,000 Hours program, and is in Chicago starting Step Up Theater now. She is one of the most talented people I've ever seen perform, and I got a chance to see her do it, right when she was still fucking around. Yeah. And it was just like, yeah, no, I can absolutely do this. And so, yeah, it just started from there. But I got lucky with having somebody who was so committed to just the actual idea of improv, just wanting to pass that on, sort of like a oral history of sorts. But yeah, that happened. And then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah. To me, I like my education, I think, really started once I graduated out of taking improv classes, because then, that's when you really know if it's comfortable or not being on stage. You don't have this class, you don't have this teacher. So you got, like you said, you got to kind of go find people who are doing things that you like to do. And, outside of a lot of stuff you're doing, Baby Knuckle was around early on, and I would just, watch as many shows as I could of shows that people were laughing at.
Yeah. I mean, it's also funny because I never actually took any classes. She taught the group that I ended up auditioning into for like 6 or 7 months. And then we had our first show. So I also didn't have the benefit of having these sort of these benchmarks of like, I should be this much better by this class. It was just like, oh yeah, I taught you everything I know, and now you just got to keep doing it and figure out what happens for, so it's just, there's a lot of stuff that it took a really long time, I guess, to not even consciously hone down some of these ideas and like the style of play that I have, which is sort of a longer, slower, more patient, let the jokes sort of like build up, and then by the end just start tossing them out. But all that came with years and years and years of just doing improv and not really thinking about how much better I should be getting. Just knowing that nobody's at the shows, but I'm still going to keep doing it because I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I was going to ask. So you didn't perform for like 7 months after you joined the group?
Yeah, we auditioned. Like it started out with like 17 or 18 people, and then we eventually got down to 4. And and she just rehearsed us. We had practice once a week for like 6 months. And then when she finally decided that we were ready enough to have a show, we had our first show. And one of the people in the group, Brittany Bush, who's a fantastic actress here in Houston, she somehow she actually got a copy of that first performance, and I've seen a couple snippets from it, and it is, to if you've ever seen a black man blush. It's just like, what is he doing out there? What are these choices he's making? Oh my god! But, yeah.
What made you stick with it for 7 months?
I from the first moment I saw it, I was like, this is something that I have to be doing. This is something that I need to do. It wasn't even like. It wasn't a choice that I was making. It was just I saw it and I was like, well, I have to do this. This is what I have to do. This is the thing for me. Because I wanted to be an actor for so long, and I never took any acting classes because it was just like I've watched enough TV.
I mean, that's a part of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that, but. I always felt like I had it. And so I wasn't really worried about the technical parts of it or like having to pay somebody to tell me that I'm doing it right. I'm just going to do it. So, when improv came around, it's just like, oh, you mean I can just act without any rules forever as long as I want? Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. And that's, that's how I figured it out.
See, that's the problem with some performing arts. People think that they don't have to have any preparation for it. They don't have to go to school. They don't have to take classes. They're like, I've seen enough people do this. I can do that. But like, you would never do that with a piano.
No.
You never do that.
No.
Dancing, kinda, yeah, because everybody thinks they can dance. But acting and any thing that you're going to get up and perform and speak or pretend, and everybody feels like they got a handle on it.
Yeah,
I've seen enough.
My body's moved around enough. I could control this.
Can do it. Let's go. And there's such an art because we talk about bad acting all the time.
All the time. There's nothing worse. Nothing worse.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing worse.
Nothing.
There's some people I just can't watch. I just can't watch.
Yeah. Some stuff is painful.
You're bad
Really
acting
painful.
snobs.
Yeah, I mean, but I love bad movies.
Thank you. That's where I was going. That's where I was going.
I guess what I don't like is a good movie with bad actors in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever seen the animated film Astro Boy. I don't know why you would have. But I have, and I hate myself forever. I was in a movie theater and I saw it. I didn't pay for it, but I just walked in and I was like, "This is terrible." I watched it all the way to the end, but Nicolas Cage is in it, right? And there's never been a time in my entire life where I watched an animated figure feel like it's being voiced by something that is not what it looks like. And is not representing it well.
So you're saying this character right here was voiced by Nicolas Cage?
No, the professor, his dad,
I was gonna
was played by
say.
Nicolas Cage. And it was just like, I see a mouth moving and I hear a voice speaking, but they are not the same entity. And I hate it. And I hated it. Every time he was on screen, I was like, I hate this.
One of the things I will say to that, what you just said, is I think if you do it right, if you match up the perfect, if it's done in a like comedic way where you match up the perfect voice that you would never imagine coming out of someone's animated face, like on the Boondocks. Ed Wuncler III and the character Rummy are both white dudes, but they're voiced by Samuel L. Jackson and Charlie Murphy, two of the blackest voices dudes you can get in Hollywood. And when you watch it, it throws you off because you're listening to Samuel and you can't separate his voice. But when you really look at the actual animated character and try to like suspend disbelief, man, it's actually pretty funny. But I get what you're saying. When it's done badly, it's just like, nails on the chalkboard.
Yeah. It's Nicolas Cage, just Astro Boy's dad for me.
And Nicolas Cage's voice is already hard to listen, even when he's acting.
Yeah, and can you really call it that?
That's what they get paid to do. That's what on paper, that's what it's called.
He's great. He's great. Let me not shit on somebody famous in public again.
We cut to a let's say a studio and an office. The head of the films has the new director in the office talking to him. So John, I'm so glad we got you on this project. Listen, we're running into some problems here with our actors. I'm not sure if we have the right voices for our children's movie, Mommy, I Love You, Please Come Home. But I don't know. I mean, it's one of the concerns. That's why we've got you here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
go
ahead.
I sent you some submissions of some different voices we could use. Did you get a chance to take a look at that?
Oh, I did. Just looked at them briefly.
Okay.
You want to kind of go over it a little bit more with me?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Here. So we've got, the mom, the main character, Louise Heatherbrooke. Whoa, wow. That's interesting. You want, it says, are you sure?
Absolutely.
But
Cardi B can't play the mom?
This was the concern that we had. This is set in Ohio, pretty, Midwestern. We just wanted a plain, simple mom, easily identifiable. Everybody can recognize its mom. So probably not such a strong New York accent, maybe, or any kind of way.
I have an aunt that lives in Ohio. She's from New York.
Okay. All right. Well,
so where I was going with her,
right.
Cardi B, everybody recognizes her voice. And I kind of thought it would just, she just had a baby too. So she's a mother.
Right. Oh yeah, she's a mother.
And I saw her talking about being a mother on TMZ, and I just thought it would just be a perfect fit.
Oh yeah.
Well, so we can go on to the next one. We could come back to Cardi if you.
Okay, yeah. You just go ahead. Go ahead and just give me your vision. Tell me who you have for the different characters. That's fine.
Okay, so you throw out a character. I'll tell you who I have in mind.
Okay. All right. Her son, Grady.
Grady?
Yeah.
I was thinking of a little bit of like this. So I was kind of going off the cliff on this one, but I thought it'd be pretty cool to have Cardi B's voice and Red Fox's voice all in the same scene. We just kind of just texture up the scene a little bit, and we don't want them to forget the characters, and there ain't nobody forgetting Red Fox's voice.
I know, but John, Cardi B's alive. Red Fox isn't. he's not alive anymore. How are you gonna get somebody to voice?
I mean, to call somebody, an actor can come and do Red
Okay,
Fox's voice. I
fine.
could do Red Fox's voice. Shoot, the janitor could do Red Fox. If you just get any old black man,
You
who
talk
smoked
about
and-
me?
Yeah.
It's trash to be gone.
Oh, we didn't see you there. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
Listen,
You
Ed,
know, just making my rounds.
Ed, we know you're making your rounds, Ed. Can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
You know where Red Fox is?
I think so.
Can you give me about 2 bars of Red Fox real quick?
Let me try. Let's see. Red Fox. You big dummy.
Okay,
That was perfect.
Grady
That
is
was perfect, man. That was
no, but Grady is
Can I read
8. Grady is 8. That it's not gonna fit.
Is this the line right here? Mama, come home, you big dummy.
I love that inflection, man. I loved it. Come on now. Listen, are you trying to be so grounded that only children and babies will understand what we're trying to communicate here? Or are you trying to open it up, capture more fans? Red Fox, plenty of people still love Red Fox.
Oh, Mama, this is the big one. This is
Okay.
the big one,
All
Mama.
right, Ed.
All
All
right,
right,
Ed.
Ed. All right,
I'm in the
thanks.
seat.
All right,
Ed.
Ed.
Okay,
Thanks.
I was just
Thanks, man.
Get the trash.
Feeling the character. I'll get the trash.
Nah, you did a great
You know,
job.
you got my number.
Yeah, no, you're on payroll. We got your number. We know where to find you.
All right, I go back to making my rounds.
So,
All right, John. Listen. You know what? Our last movie flopped. We had all the standard voices. You're right. Maybe we should take a chance. Maybe we should go ahead and go with some of these unconventional voices. I mean, what could go wrong?
okay, so I got another idea, right? Unconventional. If you really want to do this,
Yeah.
I think we should make the father have a dog barking voice.
Huh?
Every time he opens his mouth, a bark comes out. We can have subtitles at the bottom, but that would really engage our fans. I'm telling you, nobody would forget about this movie. And that's what we need. We need placement. Make the dad bark. I think we got a hit.
We cut to the climactic scene of the movie where the mama finally comes home to the family and they all greet her at the door. Oh, mama, you're home, you big dummy.
Oh,
Ow, what y'all waiting for me at the door for?
We missed you, mama. You've been gone.
Earth.
You big dummy. It's scene.
That would have been a horrible movie.
I've stretched my Red Fox knowledge.
Yeah.
To the
I love the Angie Marti. It sounded like Rosie. That's
I
what
don't
it
know what I'm.
is. Nonetheless, I do love I love a good voiceover done well.